Hello, today I am explaining The Midnight Visitor, the third chapter from Footprints Without Feet, the supplementary reader in English for class 10th. Yes, as the title suggests, The Midnight Visitor means one guest comes at night and it is a sudden surprise. Main character, Ozable, who is a secret agent, is hoping to get a very important report. But at the same time, another secret agent named Max threatens him with a pistol demanding the same report. Now we have to check, does Ozable outwit him? Means can he defeat him? Now we should go through this chapter. The simple language is there. Ozable did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. Means he was not having special or particular description of one secret agent as another character Fowler had ever read in the books. So he went to him because he had to check how he behaved. So he was with him and was following him down the musty corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Ozable had one room. Means he was living in one hotel, but Fowler, his special guest at that time, means he was his friend. He wanted to know something from his record. As he was one journalist, he had to note down everything, but he was not feeling okay. He was feeling discomfort. Why? Because it was very small room on the sixth top floor, scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. He was hoping for one special thrill in the life of one secret agent, but he was not getting anyone. Ozable was for one thing, means one point was that his physical description, means his physique, was not appropriate according to the agent, as he was very fat, very fat. And then there was his accent, means he didn't have one special accent of speaking, though he spoke French and German both tolerably well. But he had never altogether lost the American accent, means he couldn't go through the American accent that he had carried with him to Paris from Boston minimum 20 years ago. So Ozable started saying in very heavy voice, "Oh, I think you are totally disappointed, means you are very upset with me. And I am very sure you must have been told that I was a secret agent, a spy, means I used to do one special work of spying, of checking one thing, dealing in espionage, means I had to do this work. And every time it used to be filled with special thrill. You meet me because you are writer. I know you are with me because you are a writer, young and quite thrilling person. You must have imagined mysterious figures, means special figures who have suspense at the night time, the crack of pistols, drugs and the wines as we check in thrilling movies. Instead, you have spent a dull evening, but you have to spend one very boring evening with me in a French music hall with a not properly well dressed, very fat person who, instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark eyed beauties, means who didn't have any special agents or helpful person, assistants, nice ladies with him. And he is getting just one dull phone call, making one appointment in his room. I am very sure you are bored here. The fat man started laughing to himself because he was just opening the door of his room and he was attending him and stood aside but he let his upset guest enter in his hotel room. You are disillusioned. Again, he started saying, you are very upset. But take cheer, but be happy, my young friend, because you will see quickly one paper, a very important paper, for with several men and women. Means he started saying, but you will get one thrill because you will get that I will get one special report for which many people may have risked their lives. They would come to me, and someday soon that paper may well affect the course of history, and I will make history in that thought as drama Are you getting the sense that you will get one special thrill? There is drama. When he spoke this, he closed the door after him. Then he switched on the light. It was common thing at that time. Means Fowler, his guest, was not getting any sense. He was not getting any thrill. But as soon as the lights were on, Fowler had his first authentic thrill of the day. Means he got one nice thrill. Thrill means excitement for the first time in his day when he was with special agent, that is Ozable, for halfway across the room, because they got one person who had one small automatic pistol in his hand. Ozable blinked a few times, means he started blinking. He was confused. He was looking to be confused. Max, he wheezed. He started saying in a heavy voice, "Oh, Max, you gave me one quite start. Means you surprised me. I thought you were in Berlin. At that time, you should be in Berlin. What are you doing in my room at this time?" Yes, now you may have got from this part of the chapter that earlier there were Ozable and Fowler, two person. Now third has entered to get the special documents from Ozable. Max was slender. Yes, now third character is entered. Yes, Max, who was very soft person, little less than tall. Means he was tall, not very, very tall, with features that suggested slightly the crafty, pointed countenance of a fox. At that time, he was looking very, very crafty, very clever person, and very pointed face like a fox. There was about him, aside from the gun, nothing especially menacing. Means there was nothing troubling with that man. He was looking nice, just crafty, but one thing was bothering. That was his small automatic gun. "The report," he murmured. He started saying, means he demanded from Ozable only, "Please give me the report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. Yes, I want that because there are special documents with you that have special details about missiles. I want that. I thought I would take it from you. I want only those because it will be safer in my hands than yours." Now it must be clear that he wanted only those documents. Then what happened? Check the attitude of Ozable. He moved to one armchair, sat down heavily, means he just sat. "I am going to raise the devil with the management this time, and you can bet on it," he said grimly. He started laughing. "I can raise the devil," means I can call the police without any problem. This is the second time, means he started posing to be very cool at that time. He was making plan in his mind, or he must have made already. So this is a special quotation. This is the second time. Oh my God, for the second time I am facing in 1 month that again one person has entered in my room through that silly balcony. Yes, Fowler eyes went to single window of the room. Yes, in that hotel room, as it is shown in the special picture in your book, that there is one small room, single window is there. So Fowler, who was earlier his guest, he was surprised at that. It was just simple window against which now the night was pressing blankly. Means at that time there was total blackness. There was nothing visible, just night. Darkness was there. He couldn't check any balcony or anything. Who? Fowler at that time. Max was also confused. Who came to get the report? He started asking, "Balcony?" with a rising inflection. He was totally confused. No, a passkey means no passkey is needed. I did not know about the balcony. He was totally amazed, surprised at the idea of balcony, because he was thinking why he had come from that door. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. So he was just saying, if it had been clear to me, it might have saved my time to come from balcony. Yes, now Ozable started explaining with great irritation. Means he was irritated. He was posing to be irritated. "It is not my balcony." He started saying, "Oh no, it is not mine. It belongs to the next apartment, next building." He started looking explanatory, means he started emphasizing at Fowler. "You see," he said, "this room used to be part of a large unit." Means this room earlier was one part of large apartment, and the next room through the door there used to be the living room. It had the balcony. That really went under my window now, means this time also this is there, so you can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down. You can go, and somebody did last time, means the same has been done, and I have complained. The management promised to block it off, and really I was promised that this work would be done, but they haven't done this work. Max glanced at Fowler. Miss Max started checking at Fowler because he wanted to get the response, who was standing stiffly. He was not moving because he himself was confused, and he was with Ozable. But he didn't comment any work and waved the gun with a commanding gesture, and he started moving the gun. He said, "Please sit down," means he wanted to give threatening. "We have to wait of half an hour, I think. I think you have to wait for 30 minutes. 31 minutes. Ozable said moodily. He said, "No, not 30, rather 31 minutes. The appointment was for 12:30, and I wish that you knew how you learned about the report, Max. You know everything about that." The little spy smiled evilly, means he started smiling because he thought that he would win the game. That's why he was looking evil at that time. "And we wish we knew how your people got the report." He started saying, "I know you have got the report, but no harm has been done, but no problem has been created. I will get it back tonight. I will get this. I am very sure." "What is that? Who is at the door?" In between there was knocking. So the real guest, means the midnight guest, Max, was confused. Fowler jumped at the sudden knocking at the door, means his earlier guest Fowler, who was a writer who wanted to get the thrill, now he got the real thrill because there was knocking. Now Ozable just smiled. He started smiling. "That will be the police." He said, "Oh, that will be police. I am very sure. I thought that such an important paper as the one we are waiting for should have a little extra protection, because for the documents that I have according to you also, that need special care. So police is there. I told them to check on me. So it is my part of plan that I called them. Please give me security to make sure that everything would be okay." Max bit his lip nervously. For the first time, the real guest became nervous. The knocking was repeated. "Yes, what will you do now, Max?" Ozable asked. Now he started asking from his guest, "What will be your next plan? If I do not answer the door, they will enter anyway, because you are threatening me with your automatic pistol. So what should I do? If I don't answer, I am very sure the door is unlocked, so it would be just broken, and they will not hesitate, means the police will not think for 1 second, because I have told them to give me protection." Max's face was black with anger. Yes, now Max started showing great anger as he backed swiftly, because he started getting the refuse through that balcony, as it was told by Ozable. So he went back quickly toward that window. He swung a leg. It is also given in the picture how he just posed to be outside. So one leg was over the sill of the window. "Send them away." He started saying, "No, I am warning you. You have to send the police back. I will wait on the balcony because I will be there on the balcony. Send them away," means it is great threatening. "Otherwise, I will kill you or take my chances. So my winning is sure." The knocking at the door became louder. So knocking became again and again louder. A voice was raised. "Mr. Ozable, Mr. Ozable." Now one special name is also announced. "Oh, Mr. Ozable," means open the door. What happened after that? Keeping his body twisted so that his gun still covered the fat man, his guest, the man at the window, grasped the frame with his free hand to support himself. Again he started giving one threatening, but his half body was outside because he wanted to get the report, as the total chances were in his hands. So he started supporting freely outside, as he was very sure about the balcony. Then he swung his other leg up and over the windowsill. He was very sure. That's why he started just throwing his other leg there. The door knob turned. In between, the door knob turned, means because the door was unlocked, and the door opened. Quickly, Max pushed with his left hand to free himself, means Max started jumping outside because it was, according to him, balcony, and he was there. As he dropped, he screamed, he cried just once with great pain in a high pitch. The door opened and a waiter was there. There was no police, rather he was with a bottle and two glasses. He started saying, "Oh, get your drink because you have ordered." When you returned in the hotel, he said, and set the tray on the table, deftly uncorked. Deftly means skillfully. He opened the bottle and left the room. Yes, who was he? He was just a waiter. White-faced Fowler stared after him. Now Fowler started just looking at Ozable with a great thrill. He was white-faced, means he was panicked, he was nervous. But he stammered, means he was not able to speak properly. For the first time he got this kind of thrill from unexpected person, that was Ozable. The police? But you said the police. There were no police. Ozable sighed. He took one sigh, means one special relief. Oh, there were no police, only Henry. It is Henry whom I was hoping. But what that man out on the balcony? Fowler began. Fowler started getting the last surprise. But that man must be on the balcony. Why you are so happy? No, Ozable said. He said, no, he will never return. Because, oh my young friend, you are writer. I am one great spy. There is no balcony. Now there is good end, that he really outwit new visitor, that was the midnight visitor, with his cool mind, and the report was with him. Yes, now think about it. First question: Ozable did not fit any description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. What do secret agents in books and films look like, in your opinion? Yes, Ozable was not exactly fitting character for a secret agent, because we may have checked in many English movies like Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, Miss Maple, and Hindi Karamchand. So every time they have glamorous look, special physique, every time they have special attractive agents, especially ladies with them. That's why he was not matching. There were 3 points. He was so fat person, and he was not properly dressed, and he didn't have any assistant or any help. He was not having any surrounding that can be called as glamorous or thrilling. That's why Fowler had to be cheered up by Ozable again and again, that he could get easy thrill in just some minutes. Now, second, how does Ozable manage to make Max believe that there is a balcony attached to his room? Yes, we can look special description of it. Yes, he specially gave one description by saying that his room used to be part of a large unit, and the next room through that door there used to be the living room. It had the balcony that used to extend under his window, so anyone can get onto it from that empty room 2 doors down. And he specially posed to get one visitor last month too. Third point, he specially got one complaint filed, but nobody replied. That's why Max started believing that there is a balcony, and he took one risk to fall down. And the story ends in the favor of Ozable. Now, third question, looking back at the story, when do you think Ozable thought up his plan for getting rid of Max? Do you think he had worked out his plan in detail right from the beginning, or he just made? Yes, I think he must have had done one special work in detail from the beginning. As first clue he gave to Fowler, that there would be one special thrill in near future. Next point, he specially said to the midnight visitor that there were just 31 minutes, means he was very sure that the police would not come, rather there would be one special waiter to give one special risk of life to max. So I think he had worked out detailed. He had done his homework well. That's why he was able to outwit the midnight visitor. Now talk about it. First question, in the story, Ozable shows great presence of mind or the ability to think quickly or act calmly and wisely in a situation of danger and surprise. Give examples from your own experience or narrate a story. Yes, it is a personal question, but one thing is very sure, any value based question can come. Likewise, every work needs one special presence of mind. If we have mental peace or calm, then any problem can be solved by us. If by chance we are encountered with one special risk of life, at that time also we should not try to pose that we are really in trouble or nervous. At that time we should try to pose that we are relaxed. In between we can make nice plans to solve any problem. We should take nice example of Ozable. He didn't show when he got the midnight visitor by chance, all of sudden. It was not all of sudden, but he was posing. That's why Max started believing in his story. He was quite relaxed. He started behaving like he couldn't do anything. He was helpless. Everything was in the hands of Max. But actually everything was in the hands of Ozable. He was just like one puppet in his hands at that time. So one nice quality of our life is presence of mind and coolness in our nature. So we can solve any situation in our life. Now, second question, discuss what you would do in the situations described below. Yes, there are many situations, almost same question, same answer. Whenever we have one problem, we shouldn't be panicked. Rather, we should try to think. If we are quite helpless, we should make one or two plans, not to pose that we are nervous or we are out of resources. We should try our best. So every time one special power, that is coolness of our mind or ability to think quickly. But when we are calm, we can be very wise in our approach. Whatever the circumstances may be, the winning will be ours.